What's up guys, I'm Sebastian Mateo, and in this series of videos I'm gonna be explaining the project of Like This. It's not a complicated project, however I think that you will learn a lot from it because I use little details on it to make it sound special, and yeah, let's go for it. Alright guys, so we're in the project of Like This, and before reviewing all the elements, let's hear the first version of it. This version was done a lot of months ago. Thanks to the feedback that I had with the rebuild team, I could improve it a lot, and now you can hear the result that is out now. Alright guys, so right now I'm gonna explain the leads of the drop. Starting off with this sample over here. This one is the white noise of the drop. This one is following the notes of the MIDI of the drop leads, and the process is really simple. It only has a camel crusher with the British clean preset, some EQ, a focus one. The focus one is doing the gate effect that you can hear throughout the whole drop. It has a 3 out of 10. Also, I'm using 2 kickstarts. That's because I saw in a tutorial from Sick Individuals that they used 2 kickstarts, one to give some space to the kick and the other one to give some movement or some type of groove to the leads. So I tried it and it actually works. So I recommend you guys to do that. Always try to experiment even with this kind of stuff that it may seem silly, but not really. Then I have this sound over here, which is the main lead of the drop. This one is from Nightfall, my first release on Review Recordings from last year, and it sounds like this. Let's start with this sound over here, which is a kind of Disney sound. It has only an EQ, boosting the most stronger frequency on the whole sample to give more presence to it. Then I have this horn over here, which only has an EQ, and also I have another one over here, which is basically almost the same with an EQ. Also I have these horns over here. This one is processed with an EQ, and the other one is also processed with an EQ but with some more drastic EQ. They have this bass sound over here. They have this plug sound over here which works as a bass. This one was sampled from a longer loop from Splice. Alright guys, so right now I'm going to explain the whole drums of the drop, starting off with the feel, which is a vinyl scratch from Kashmir, and it sounds like this. It has a filter at the very beginning so it doesn't start out of nowhere. It has an EQ here reducing some MIDI frequencies on the bass, and also I took off the sub bass. Then I have this snare sound here. This one doesn't have any process, but it has some reduction on the volume, of course, and it is augmented on the mono. Then I have this breakbeat loop, which is on the first bar of the whole second part of the drop. For this one, it doesn't have any process, but an EQ taking off the highest frequencies and the lowest frequencies also, because I didn't want them. Then I have this whole bunch of drums here. Let's take a listen to them all. This one is a vinyl cracking sound. It really gives a different vibe to the whole sound, and also it builds ambience to your whole sound, and I recommend you to use it in very creative ways. Then I have this festival crowd, which also gives different ambience to the whole breakdown. Then I have this exhaust here, a reverse kick. This one only has an EQ, taking off the whole sample out except from the low bass and the sub. Then I have these reverse vocals throughout the whole breakdown. It has EQ, reverb, and delay. That's it. Also this one. It's very simple stuff. Then I have this clean sweep up and this clean down lifter, which are basically the same sample, but one is reversed. So it starts with a filter, with a heavy filter. And there's like a drop on the breakdown, and it is unfiltered there, of course. Alright, so for this vocal I wanted like an old vibe from old house sounds. So for it I used heavy delay, like if you were listening to it on a concert or something like that. Also I am using tape stuff for effects later on, and OTT, just compressing the whole vocal. As you can see, it's nothing complicated. It's just I only moved the depth to 86 and the downwards to 37. Then I'm using a EQ here. Again, nothing complicated here. I'm just downing some of the MIDI frequencies here, and also downing some resonances here. Then there's of course the filter. Then there is a delay. The heavy delay that I'm using here is because I wanted to give a special feeling to the vocal, a kind of concert feeling, and of course the heavy reverb. This one gives a lot of space to the vocal on the track. Then I duplicated the vocal 2 times on the main part of the breakdown to give some new textures to the vocal, starting with this one.